Hey there, let's talk about military preference when applying for federal government jobs. All veterans go through mandatory military transition classes, but I do not really feel that enough time is placed on veteran preferences available on USAjobs.gov. So I'm going to highlight them in this video. There are several main advantages available for military veterans when competing for federal employment. Number one is Veterans Recruitment Appointment, which is VRA. This allows agencies to appoint eligible veterans without any competition up to GS11. Now, you still have to meet the basic qualifications in the job announcement. It can't just be any GS11 position. Like if you were prior infantry and you wanted a paralegal position, well, obviously you would have to have some paralegal experience. So the requirements for VRA are you have to have received a badge for wartime service or campaign, a disabled veteran, or you recently separated under honorable conditions or a general discharge in the past 3 years. Also, veterans are appointed into the accepted service, and then after 2 years, it can be converted into the competitive service. You can claim this preference by attaching your DD 214 when you're applying for jobs on USAjobs.gov. So the VRA preference is great if you're targeting lower level GS jobs from say GS6 to GS11. You can essentially be placed into a job position with zero competition. There's actually a website called Feds Hire Vets that contain an agency directory, which you can email a contact. And sometimes by providing your resume, they can line you up with a job using VRA. I'll leave a link down below. Number two, we have the Veterans Employment Opportunity Act, which is referred to as VEOA. This is a special hiring authority that allows eligible veterans and preference eligibles to apply to job announcements that would otherwise be available only to current competitive service employees. This does not provide entitlement to any position, but if there are job announcements on USAjobs.gov that are only open to current federal employees, then you would be able to apply as a veteran using VEOA. To be eligible, your latest discharge, once again, has to be either honorable discharge or general discharge, and you had to have completed at least 3 or more years on active duty. There is a selection box for this in the hiring path bar on USAjobs.gov. And as you see, the icon is a small green and white shield, and it is titled as Veterans. Make sure you have that option selected when you're searching for job announcements. Number three is the 30% or more disabled veteran authority. This allows an agency to non-competitively appoint any veteran with a 30% or more service-connected disability. To be eligible for this preference, you need to have retired from the active military service with a service-connected disability of 30% or more, or you need to have a rating by the VA showing a service-connected disability of 30% or more. The disability process can take a long time, so keep that in mind. While your VA process is ongoing, you will not be able to take advantage of this process. You need to have the actual VA letter with your disability percentage. And then you need to fill out an SF-15 applying for a 10-point veterans preference. Make sure you have both of these documents attached to your job application when applying, or you will not receive the proper credit. Finally, there's a 5-point preference. If you were active duty service for more than 180 consecutive days during the period that begins with September 11th, 2001 and ending in August 31st, 2010, or if you served in any war, campaign, or expedition that received a campaign medal, which is pretty much anyone who served in Iraq or Afghanistan would qualify. There's also a 0-point preference and Schedule A preference that I left out, but don't worry, I'll leave a link in the description to all the veteran preferences I mentioned to include the last two. In closing, I took advantage of VEOA when I was on terminal leave awaiting retirement, and I was able to apply to multiple job announcements on USAjobs.gov, which led me to being hired while I was still on terminal leave. Make sure you know what preference you qualify for and that you're actually using it to help you get hired. Well, that pretty much wraps up this video. If you have any questions or comments, or if you feel like I missed something, let me know down below. If you like this video, please click like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you for watching.